Teresa, our Kindling Dating Coach that combines tarot cards into her work, is here to chat to us. So, Teresa, tell us what first drew you to tarot cards.
Hello, thank you for the opportunity. Um, well, since I was a teenager, I always was drawn to astrology, but although I never went to study it deeply, I always find it fascinating, like I was attracted to this magic and to the things that actually that help you connect with something bigger than yourself. So at the beginning, tarot was a bit intimidating because I thought it was a tool for prediction, but and that sometimes can feel a bit scary, because like some people they want to know about the future, but some others they don't. But then I discovered the oracle cards,
Mhm.
and then I started playing with them, and then I found out that similarities, like synchronicities with the with with my life, like there was small synchronicities, and how the messages from the cards they were matching actually what was happening in my life. So then I was started to be a bit more curious and more like I kind of left this fear on the side, and then curiosity like took over,
Yeah.
um, and then I wasn't planning. I mean, I was curious about the tarot as well, but I wasn't planning like, okay, now is the moment to find a teacher or something. No, I found someone who it was a tarot teacher, and I really resonated with her. And I thought, okay, I think now is the moment to start studying the cards.
So
And then,
is that when you realized it could be more than a hobby?
no, it was actually when I started to learn. Um, well, I started learning the cards, but I always liked helping people. It was like something I always enjoy doing. I feel it like really rewarding. And actually, I've been volunteering in different places around the world. So it was, I don't know, being of service. It was something that felt natural to me. So then, when I started learning the tarot, I realized that this tool can be helpful to other people as well. It started to helping me, but I thought that this can help other people as well. So then I started actually practicing with my friends and my family, and then I don't know, I could see they were actually having some, like, well, in tarot we call it like aha moments. uh, but also like they were reflecting on the cards, like it was a tool for self-reflection as well, so
Yeah.
then I thought it was kind of a confirmation that it's not just a hobby or just for myself, but I could use it to support other people.
And then you're trained as a life coach, and did the tarot lead you to that, or is it that
Yeah,
you wanted to help people?
yeah, actually, yeah, because I was um, I was doing my first Fool's Journey. Probably you don't know what's this, but I will tell you. It's a tarot practice where you go through the each of the 22 major arcana,
Mhm.
the major arcana cards. Um, this is like a well, basically you go through them like to learn the lessons they have to they offer, so actually, so then I felt like a, I don't know, like a shift or something. It's like something I went through many layers of myself, like self-reflection and growth as well. And then I thought about doing a coaching course.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, I realized, yeah, I wanted to go deeper with people, and coaching gave me more tools, for helping others.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then what specifically drew you to dating coaching?
Um, well, I would say it was my personal experience because there are so many coaching niches. To be
Yeah.
honest, I found it like really, really hard to choose one. It was like I felt like I had to choose something,
Yeah.
but I didn't, and I didn't know what to choose. And then I thought, okay, I will look at my personal experience. And my personal experience is that for a long time I was attracting the wrong kind of relationships. Um, and then, yeah, I know they were, now I know they were important because I learned something, like these relationships needed to teach me something
Yeah.
to grow in me to make me grow personally, and to be more confident and to express what I wanted in a relationship, um to set boundaries.
Yeah.
But and then I thought, if I were feeling like that, maybe a lot of people is feeling like that as well. So I thought I can pass what I've learned to help others grow, yeah, through love instead of pain,
Yeah.
and and I thought this is where I want to focus my work.
Love that. Grow through love instead of pain.
Yes.
Oh. And I think most of us coaches, I think we get into this because we want to help people. And
Yeah.
our personal experience of where we've experienced pain is quite often what leads us to what area we help people with.
Mm.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm to steal that quote.
No, it's mine. It's recorded.
It's definitely going to be on the cover of a Instagram reel, though. Grow through love instead of pain. I will credit you in the quotation marks. um, cool. So, how do tarot cards help in the kind of dating context?
Um, because the cards, they act like a mirror. They can reflect what's going on beneath beneath the surface. So even though maybe you are aware of this, or maybe you are not aware of this, so if you are aware, it's like kind of a confirmation. Okay, it's like, yeah, deep inside I knew it, but I didn't want to uh, recognize that. Or if you are not aware, just brings awareness. And also it helps to bring clarity, because sometimes we don't know what we want, or we're not aware, or we don't want to say it, but the cards, don't worry, the cards will say it for you. um, and it's not about predicting who you are going to marry, but it's about seeing yourself, and basically to help you make more aligned decisions with what you want and who you are.
Yeah, I think
Mm.
that's really interesting because I think a lot of people look to tarot to tell them like
Yeah,
where you're going to find them, who they are, look out
exactly.
for blue eyes or black eyes or whatever,
Exactly.
and tell
Yeah,
me a
people
date.
people want to know the when, who, where, and it's like, well, yeah, there is a prediction part in tarot, but it's also nice to discover. It's like give a bit of emotion to life.
Yeah.
So it's literally like enjoy the process of finding someone,
Mm.
like if you know that this person is gonna be and that's the one, is like you will be, are you gonna be yourself, or will you be nervous, or what do you think? I don't know, maybe, I don't know, if you know this is it. What's the fun in that, no?
Yeah. To me, I don't like the idea of it feels like you're giving away your agency. Like
Yeah,
it feels almost disempowering of like, if somebody's predicted it's going to be this date and this kind of
yeah,
person, then what? I'm just going to sit back and wait for that date to roll by.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but
Yeah,
I don't like that. I like being proactive.
yeah. Yeah, I prefer to, well, it's like you can ask the cards actually how to get to that point, like you will get to that point. Of course, we will all get to that point eventually, but it's like enjoy the process and open up yourself and improve yourself as well, and enjoy the time in between.
Yeah. So
Mm.
the cards they're kind of giving you clarity on what it is you're
Well,
looking for.
yeah, it depends on what you ask, because the good thing about the tarot is the key. It's a bit like the coaching. The key is in the questions.
Yeah.
So depends if you ask simple question like, "Will I ever find someone?" It's a yes no question. But if you say, "How can I what steps can I take, to find love or to find the person that is right for me?" Then you can actually pull as many cards as you want, 5 cards, 5 steps. So you have more information rather than if you ask predicting questions, or just simple questions like just no questions.
Yeah. A question I get asked quite a lot is like, how will I know if I'm ready to date or ready to be in another relationship?
Well, Well, we can ask this to Tarot in a different way, but also I would say, like, you have intuition. Just go with your intuition as well, because we all have intuition. Or some people have their intuition is more developed than others, but we all have intuition. So you just need to listen to yourself.
Yeah. I think a lot of people have become a bit disconnected from their intuition, particularly in dating,
Mm,
because there's a lot of talk
mm,
around red
yeah.
flags and checklists and,
Mm,
horror stories from online dating and watch out for
mm,
this, watch out for that. And
mm.
I think tarot can actually help people to reconnect with their intuition.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a tool that will bring clarity and it will make you connect with yourself.
I love that. Because
Mm.
then, yeah, we all have the answers in ourselves, don't we?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. But sometimes tarot reminds you these answers, but sometimes mm, brings up some answers you didn't know, or you forgot about them, or that you are not aware of,
yeah.
but they are there.
Or things that we've been hiding from, which we
Yeah.
all do as well, right?
Mm.
Um, so in your view, how are tarot and love connected energetically? Or are they connected?
Um, I would say through the intuition, because mm, we all have intuition. Love or any decision you take involves intuition. And tarot as well. Well, you can learn. Some people learn the tarot through just only by the book, and that's fine. But I also use my intuition to do the readings, and I think that adds a bit more to the meanings, to the traditional meanings in the cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does love mean to you personally?
And to me, well, love is a feeling, but it's also a state of being, it's like it's how you relate to yourself and to others and to life. And I think when we act from a place of love, I think we are more generous, more compassionate, more understanding, and I think we create better relationships between us.
Yeah. I think that's actually really interesting in a dating context because I think most people are actually acting out of fear
Mm.
of getting hurt. And, to kind of protect ourselves, we can blame other factors for not having met
Mhm.
somebody. But when you said acting out of place of love, that you can be, be empathetic and kind to other people, I
Yeah,
think that would make dating so much nicer if everyone was doing that, right?
yeah, yeah, and then we would be like as well more open, to meet other people, other cultures, other like everything.
Yeah. So basically, the whole world just needs to act like that. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Oh my God. Um, I lost one of the questions. I'm coming back on it. Um, what would you say to somebody who's curious about tarot but a bit skeptical?
I would say sometimes curiosity and doubt they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Uh, but tarot is offering a new way to look at things. It's a different perspective, and you don't have to see it as something spiritual. You can, but you don't have to, because for me it's a tool. It's a tool for self-reflection. Um, and also, I would say if they are skeptical, maybe it's because they are thinking the tarot will say what they are going to do, and or will be a prediction. Because I think most of the people who are scared or skeptical is because they don't really know what it is tarot, and they are thinking they are going to predict the future. They
Yeah.
can, but they don't have to. So it's a tool. It's a tool, as I said before, the key is in the questions, and it's a tool for self-reflection and for clarity and to see things from a different perspective. So I would say, mm, just try, because if you're curious, it's because of something. I
Mm.
would say,
If you could wave a wand and give one belief to every single person out there looking for love, what would it be?
I would tell them to believe in love, because there is a lot of people in the world looking for love and looking to be in a healthy relationship. And I think when we believe, I think we shift the energy
Yeah.
in us. Uh, so I would say as well to trust the process, trust life. And I think all these believing and trusting, they open doors. They open doors to find real connections.
Oh, you're bringing out the good quotes today.
Mhm.
Believe in love and trust. No, that's all the questions.
Okay, then I have the surprise.
Oh, what's the surprise?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you beforehand. Sorry. So I have a small tarot challenge for you,
Oh, cool. Okay.
because I know you are in a happy marriage, but we are mm, we all have always something to put our attention. Like relationships need to be taken care of.
Yeah.
So actually, I can draw a card for you to see what needs your attention right now in your relationship.
Yeah, cool. Let's
Yes?
do
Okay.
it.
Hmm. Can you believe I thought about this card recently? And you got the Four of Pentacles.
We're Pentacles. Okay, tell me.
Okay, so Pentacles, they talk about resources. So basically, like more like time or money. Um, and the Four of Pentacles, the four is a stable number, you know. So it's like, I don't know, looking at this card, maybe, well, you will tell me if this resonates with you or not.
Yep.
Um, I would say maybe like you would like to spend more time mm, with your husband
Yep.
at home. I would say at home. I
Mm.
don't know if you are mm, out a lot with your daughters, or I don't know, but I don't know, it feels like you would like to have more time, like, yeah, I want to just watch a movie together,
Yeah.
spend more time together, even if it's in the house, I don't mind, but I would be like more grounded and peaceful and
Yeah.
relaxed.
Yeah, we have two young girls and two businesses. We're basically almost on shift work. Like one of us is working in the office, one of us is working from home, one goes to collect kids, and then it's like, right, get back, get them to bed, tidy up, have dinner, and then go to bed because we're exhausted. So yes, more time would be wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, resources generally. Yeah,
Yeah, in terms of time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely resonates. I'm gonna play this back to Sam when I get home.
Nice. Yeah. It's a really nice card, actually.
Mm.
I feel like you are a bit like our time together. I want to keep it
Yeah.
safe with us, you know?
Yeah, it's funny actually. We usually try to do a day date every month. So when the kids are at
Mm.
school and we haven't done one, oh, we definitely need to book this in.
Nice.
Yeah, and yeah, we don't do anything exciting. Quite often just a walk and go for lunch and just chat,
Yeah,
check in where everyone's at.
yeah. Oh, it's funny because you are four as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Your family is four, and you got the Four of Pentacles.
Funny, somebody asked me yesterday if I would have another baby, and I was like, nah, we're all right as four, I think. So I think the tarot is confirming that as well.
Two, it's enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Um, cool, thank you. Do you have any more surprises for me?
No. That was the one.
I love that though, because I don't know, I guess like if we were having a coaching session and you were to ask me like, what do I feel I need more of in my relationship? I'd be like, I've no idea, don't know where to start. So it brings in quite a laser focus, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, because it's something maybe you would think about that, but maybe not.
yeah,
So it's just bringing awareness up, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, because now this card makes you think,
yeah,
and then maybe it's like you finish the session, and then you are left with the thought of this card, and you are like, yeah, this card was right because I feel like this, I feel like that, and
mm,
then you do something to change it.
yeah. And
Um,
I think the cards are quite anchoring as well, actually. Like I know when I'm working with clients, like I kind of have some silly little catchphrases that I say, and I know
mm,
they'll like come back at me and be like, honestly, I felt like you were on my shoulder because I could hear what Emer would have said when I was doing X, Y, and Z. And I feel like that the card acts like that of like,
yes,
if tonight I get home and be like, oh, let's not bother, like usually Fridays we sit and make sure we have dinner and a bottle of wine together, and even if the place is chaos. And if I went home and was like, oh, my mum's visiting, let's clean up instead, I
yeah,
would see that card and be like, no. because the tarot card, I can see the
Yeah,
image of that lady holding on.
yeah, that
I'm,
happens to me a lot.
he
It's
does
like,
it?
yeah, because sometimes I have a situation and then it's like, yeah, I know it's the devil speaking or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever card. And it's funny because since I started, since I know the tarot, now it's like I can see more connections with life.
Mm.
Sometimes I have a situation and then I'm like, oh, this is this card. Or
Yeah, that's
it's
cool.
funny. It's nice.
The kind of kindling love method where it's, 6 weeks of working with clients and we guide them through doing some self-reflection that gives them that awareness and that clarity on what they want out of a relationship and can see where they've had blockers holding them back. And, you know, we're kind of asking that question directly or and indirectly and coming around it depending on how each client likes to work. But with the cards, you're asking it of the
Yeah,
cards, right?
yeah, that's true. We ask straight to the cards, but also it's nice that they have time enough to reflect on this card, like in that moment, like they can make the connection on this moment. And yeah, on the last client I have, she only did the first session, but she's loving it. And
Yeah.
she was like, "Oh my God, it's so true what you are saying." She said, "Are you sure you didn't pick the cards on purpose?" I was like, "No, they are completely random. They are completely random, I promise." But yeah, it was so nice to see, like, oh my God, it's so true. That is so true. Um, and this is what I felt for many years since I've been learning tarot. And to be honest, to this day, still the cards, they surprise me.
Yeah,
They are still surprising. Yeah, because it's like we all know things, but we don't want to admit.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
And then is the cards telling you, mm-mm. And then, but I love it. Yeah, I,
Yeah, I think that's really true. Actually, definitely we know things and we kind of hide from them. Like for all of us, when we're dating, the one common denominator is us. Um,
yeah,
but that's kind of not a nice thing to admit sometimes. So
yeah. It's hard. It's hard. It is hard. Mm, because sometimes, some people they are more proud than others. Sometimes it takes you longer to admit things and to drop this ego.
yeah, yeah,
But every person has a different process.
yeah,
I say. To one person takes them 1 year to get here, to another person takes them 2 years, but doesn't matter, like, because everybody has a different speed
yeah,
and you can't force this. So
yeah,
this everything needs to happen naturally.
yeah,
So, and I believe everybody eventually we will get to that point, hopefully.
yeah. Um,
Um,
but it's interesting, isn't it? Because I guess those hard facing inwards can feel hard, right? But
yeah, it is.
that's where the growth happens.
Yeah,
And actually, I think for a good relationship, if you're both in that kind of growth mindset and able to
yeah.
reflect and come with like solutions to each other, I think that is a
Mhm.
good solid foundation for a relationship.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Was it you that said that thing about a triangle?
Mm.
No, somebody I was talking to recently said that they see relationships as a triangle that you have like one person, second person, and then the relationship, and you have to
Um,
be working on all three.
mhm. No,
But
it wasn't me, but it makes sense.
okay, I need to work out who I need to credit that to.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, because yeah, actually, sometimes I ask about to the cards about I when in a relationship with someone, if someone asks me about their relationship, I always pull three cards, one for one person, one for the other one, and one for their relationship. So
Okay,
it makes sense to me.
yeah.